welcome. So glad you guys are here to join us, kids. We are doing another amazing fruit from the Fruit of the Spirit series we're doing this summer. This week, we're going to be talking about goodness. And I got a couple friends with me. One of these is Cayden. Can you say hi, Cayden?
Hi.
Can you say hi, Cayden?
Hi.
So Cayden / Daniel / the king. I am the king's officer, Ashpenaz. Can you say Ashpenaz? Let's take a break. See if you can say Ashpenaz. No, I don't think you did it right. Just kidding. It's hard to say. And then this is Calli. She'll also be playing every other role in this play or skit, however you want to call it. That is not a female because there are not females in this skit. Okay, are you guys ready? We're going to tell a story. So, one day there was a fight. And this fight was between two groups of people. You will never defeat the Babylon people.
Aha, I'm king in his place now.
King! King! Is there anything we can do? My name is Ashpenaz. I'm your officer. Is there anything we can do for you?
Find me good men to train.
Will do, sir. And so what ended up happening was Ashpenaz, the king's officer, he grabbed a bunch of men. 4 of these men were Daniel and his friends. And so they went to be with the king.
Me, Daniel.
And me, Daniel's friend.
And me, Daniel's other friend, and also another guy, but he's not here because he's too slow, walked 800 miles about that to Babylon to be with the king. So the 4 boys, again, the other one's on here because he's behind the camera. But the 4 boys that the king asked to come to Babylon with him, what they did is they had to train so they could protect and serve the king. So it looks something like this. Jumping jacks. Push up. Pick up your helmet, soldier. And I'm pretty sure they did these too, because these are really good for your arms. And after all of this training, they went to the king. And the king said it was an honor for them. But the king said, I want you to eat with me. And so the 4 men and all of the people he was training went to eat with the king. And when they got to the table, they all kneeled down. I guess they could sit down too. Drop your glasses. And they all kneeled
Where
down.
are they?
They all kneeled down, and they realized that the food that was put before them, delicious, it was really good. Like meats that smelled juicy and tender, and wonderful wine to wash it down. But they realized that their law, which was God's law, told them that they could not eat this food or drink this wine. And part of the reason was because they were worshiping with this food to other idols. And so they said no to it. But instead of saying it before the king, they went to Ashpenaz. What happened was they went to Officer Ashpenaz, which was me, the king's officer. And they said to him, Officer, we can't eat this food
We can't eat this food
according to our law,
according to our law,
which is God's law.
which is God's law.
And Ashpenaz said, well, I understand. What can I do about it? So he asked them, what can I do about it? And the people said, we can have fruit and vegetables
We can have fruit and vegetables
and only drink water.
and only drink water.
But Ashpenaz just didn't feel that was just about right. And he thought he could even be killed for disobeying the king. So he said no. But this didn't stop our friend Daniel, and he was amazing. So what Daniel decided to do is he said, I am going to obey God.
I'm going to obey God.
And that's what he did. He went over to the guard that Ashpenaz had told to guard them. And he said this same thing to the guard. And guess what the guard did? He didn't say no like Ashpenaz. He said he would help with this experiment.
I will help with this experiment.
Fantastic. So come back over here, guys. So for 10 days, Daniel and his friends ate nothing but vegetables. Try these, guys. Hairs. Vegetables and fruit.
Fruit, yes.
Yum, yum, yum. kind of like the fruit of the Spirit. The rest of the young men ate the food from the king's table. What do you guys think happened? What ended up happening was at the end of the 10 days, Daniel and his friends looked better and stronger than the others. They weren't even eating meat. I thought you needed meat to look better and stronger. But no. So the guard continued to let the 4 friends eat only vegetables and drink only water. At the end of their 3 years of training for the king, Ashpenaz took all the young men to the king. The king looked at them and talked with each one. And guess who his favorites were? Daniel and the 4 other guys that had been captured and trained. Daniel and his friends made great choices. This was not to eat the food that was delicious before them because they knew that that was wrong. The Lord had commanded them not to. Instead, they obeyed God. And in doing so, the Lord made them better and stronger. Let's see those muscles, Cayden. See those muscles, Calli. You guys don't want to see mine. I don't work out. And now, from this, they had a wonderful team together, and they continued to live with the king. And because they obeyed God, God was so happy with them. And that was the goodness that Daniel and his friends showed the Lord through that experience. Thanks for listening, guys. So much fun you guys could join us today. Thanks for putting up with our wonderful, wonderful acting. And we will see you next week when we learn the second last fruit.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.